You think you're watching a show. Then the arena roars like a ritual, and suddenly you feel it in your chest. The first thing you notice isn't the ring. It's the fabric, the glitter, the careful stitches, like armor made by hand. For many locals, that mask isn't a costume. It's a name, a promise, and a piece of identity you don't casually borrow. This is Mexico City at full volume. Lights, chants, heroes, villains, where the crowd isn't watching quietly, they're participating. Step outside and the story keeps going. Neon streets, grill smoke, vendors shouting, and strangers smiling like they're in on it together. You buy a ticket like it's entertainment, but for the people here, it can feel like they're protecting something older. Kids cheer, families laugh, friends pick sides, because this isn't just about fighting, it's about belonging for one night. And here's the twist. In Lucha Libre, losing your mask can mean losing your name. So what exactly are we witnessing? Hold that thought. Listen to the city breathe between chants, and you'll realize the meaning lives beyond the ring. So before we call it just wrestling, let's learn the rules, the myths, and the real stakes behind the mask. Mexico City at night doesn't whisper, it hums. Lights streak, music leaks from doors, and the sidewalks feel alive. You walk into the noise and it grabs you fast. Shouts, laughter, footsteps, and the smell of grilled meat in the air. Every corner has a story, and it usually starts with a grill, smoke rising, hands moving, tacos built like clockwork. People eat standing up, talking loud, smiling at strangers, like the city just decided you're part of it. Then you drop underground into the metro, because in CDMX, the night moves on rails and momentum. Doors slide open, crowds flow in, and you realize the city's rhythm is practiced, not chaotic, just intense. And between the rush, there's a quieter beat, wet pavement, neon reflections, a breath before the next wave hits. That's when you start seeing them, masks. Bright, strange, beautiful, hanging like clues on the street. Someone tries one on and laughs, but the eyes change, because a mask doesn't just cover you, it becomes you. Keep walking. The crowd thickens, the vendors multiply, and the sound ahead gets sharper like a stadium nearby. Then it appears, Arena Mexico, lit up like a landmark, pulling people in from every direction. At the entrance, it's quick and real. Tickets checked, wrists stamped, everyone edging closer to the roar. Families, friends, kids with tiny masks. This is a must-see night, but it's also a community gathering. And here's your teaser. The real story isn't the ring tonight, it's the mask and what it means to lose it. People call Arena Mexico the cathedral of Lucha Libre, and one look at this crowd tells you why. The entrance feels like a doorway into another world. Warm light, loud chants, and everyone moving with purpose. You get stamped, you step forward, and suddenly you're inside. No turning back, just noise and electricity. The ring sits in the center like an altar, and the lights make it glow while the crowd surrounds it. Along the walls, you'll spot old posters and photos, reminders that this isn't new, it's tradition repeated nightly. Merch tables look playful, but watch the hands. People choose masks like symbols, not souvenirs, careful and proud. Behind the curtain, you catch a fighter taping wrists, stretching quietly, like an athlete and an actor at once. Then the bell flashes under the lights, and the arena tightens its focus like everyone's holding the same breath. Listen to the call and response. Fans don't just watch here, they participate, guiding the mood like a chorus. And it's not only tourists. Families come together, kids wearing tiny masks, learning the chants before they learn rules. From up high, the whole place looks alive. One glowing ring, thousands of faces, all moving like waves. A fan's painted face says everything. This isn't background noise, this is personal, and they feel it deeply. When the entrance music hits, silhouettes cut through smoke and light, and the crowd erupts like it's a home team. Referees signal, ropes shake, and every gesture gets answered. Cheers, boos, laughter, and 100 opinions at once. You'll see it in a masked fan's grip on the rail. This is fun, but it's also loyalty. Heroes and villains play their parts, but the emotions are real because the story belongs to the crowd too. And here's what most visitors miss. In this world, the mask is a promise and sometimes a prison. In Mexico City, you don't just buy a mask, you walk into a wall of faces, each one carrying a story. Look closer. Every sequin is stitched by hand, like armor. This isn't merch first, it's craft, and it takes patience. Paint turns fabric into personality. One sharp line can change a mask from pretty into a character with a reputation. In some workshops, masks hang like laundry, quietly drying, while the city outside keeps shouting and moving. And when someone puts one on, the eyes do the talking. The mask hides a face, but it reveals a role. You'll see old photos and posters too, proof that masks outlive trends. Many fans treat them like living legends. Kids try on their first hero and laugh, but it's also serious, like picking a team, a symbol, a little identity. Shopkeepers often explain it with their hands. The mask isn't a costume, it's heart, history, and the crowd's memory. That's why some masks sit behind glass, because to many locals, a mask isn't fabric, it's a promise. Even in training, the mask matters. Footwork, sweat, repetition, because the character must feel real every single night. Tightening the laces is like switching worlds. One knot, one breath, and you're no longer you're the mask. In the stands, fans wear masks too. They chant like a chorus, protecting the story as much as cheering it. Inside the ring, the drama moves fast. Poses, ropes, momentum, but the mask keeps the myth glued to reality. Sometimes the crowd gasps like something sacred is at risk. Under a mask, you can feel fear without words. Backstage, it gets quiet. A masked fighter sits alone, head down, because the character carries weight off camera too. And here's the gut punch. When a mask falls, it can feel like identity slipping, like a name hitting the floor. That's why mask versus hair matters. It's not just a gimmick, it's a public price someone might pay. Tourists buy masks for fun, and that's okay, but it helps to remember, for others, it's not a joke. A simple habit changes everything. Ask before you film, ask before you touch, and treat vendors like people, not props. You can even see the difference, cheap plastic stacks versus handmade stitching. One is a souvenir, one is a craft. Then the city exhales, a quiet alley, masks hanging in the dark, like the neighborhood storing its stories overnight. And outside the arena, it gets loud again. Snacks, masks, laughter, because the ritual doesn't end at the exit. So keep walking with us, because the real story continues on the sidewalk, where Mexico City turns myth into life. When the bell stops, the ritual doesn't end. It spills into the street, where smoke, laughter, and cravings take over. First, the scent pulls you in. Al pastor spinning like a lighthouse, knife flashing, pineapple glowing on top. Meat lands in tortilla so fast you barely see it, just heat, steam, and the rhythm of practiced hands. Tortillas warm and puff on the griddle, and the sound is its own soundtrack, soft crackles under city lights. Then the finish, lime, salsa, onion, cilantro. One bite and your brain says, okay, this is Mexico City. People eat standing up, shoulder to shoulder, masks around their necks, laughing like strangers turned teammates for one night. A few steps away, elote and esquites hit you with comfort. Corn, chili, cheese, messy in the best way. Churros sizzle, sugar rains down, and suddenly the whole sidewalk smells like dessert and warm oil. Someone hands you an agua fresca, Ice clinks, and it feels like the city just gave you a reset button. Money changes hands in seconds, but the exchange feels personal. A nod, a smile, like thanks for being here. Outside the arena, fans keep arguing the match, pointing, reenacting moves with their hands, laughing while they swear they're right. At the mask stalls, vendors straighten straps and line up faces carefully, like these aren't products, they're symbols. You meet a vendor like many vendors here, fast, focused, always moving, because the street is work, not just vibes. Walking through the crowd with food in hand, you realize the city's story is layered, ring drama on top, real life underneath. Merch looks cute, tiny masks, shiny capes, but the pride behind it is serious, even when the jokes land. Then the corner goes quiet for a moment. Smoke rising, traffic passing, arena glow fading, Mexico City taking a breath. Kids in small masks share snacks with their parents, and it hits you, this isn't only nightlife, it's family ritual. Friends huddle around a phone, replaying a moment, gasping and laughing, because everyone wants to relive the magic. And here's the hook. If it's scripted, why do people feel it so deeply? Because scripted doesn't mean fake, not here.
The myth is easy. It's just WWE in Spanish. But Lucha Libre runs on symbols, history, and community. Before anyone flips, the ring feels sacred. Boots on canvas, ropes humming, and a crowd ready to co-create the story. Here, heroes and villains aren't just characters. They're roles the audience understands instantly, like a language without subtitles. And the mask? It's not decoration. It's a symbol you wear with responsibility, stitched with patience and pride. In the hallways, old posters remind you this didn't start on social media. It's been lived for generations. That's why families show up together. Kids learn the chants early because this is culture you can hear. Even the referee becomes part of the rhythm, signals, counts, pauses, guiding the crowd's emotions like a conductor. So yes, it's scripted in places, but scripted doesn't mean fake. Sometimes it means practiced, protected, and deeply felt. Backstage, you can catch quiet rehearsals, timing, safety, trust, because the illusion only works if everyone respects it. The athleticism is real, control, balance, breath. The goal isn't harm, it's storytelling in motion night after night. And the crowd proves it. They laugh, gasp, and argue because they're not passive viewers, they're part of the performance. The villain plays big on purpose, and the boos are the point. It's a safe place to feel loud together. Watch a kid boo with a grin. That's participation, not cynicism, learning the rules of the story while having fun. Outside the arena, murals and street life carry the myth forward, like the city refuses to let it stay inside. Lights, microphones, chants, everything says show, but the meaning comes from the crowd agreeing to believe. Now the next myth, it's a tourist trap. The reality is messier. Tourists arrive, but locals still own the ritual. You can see it in a worn mask held carefully. That's not a souvenir, that's memory with stitching. Fan groups chant like a chorus, calling moments like plays, because loyalty here is loud and it's learned. And the street ties it all together. Tacos, smoke, masks swaying. Ritual doesn't stop when the match ends. If you film here, ask first. Respect turns you from a consumer into a guest, and that matters. There's even a quiet corridor behind the noise, a reminder that every show has real people carrying weight. Then you notice the phones, screens up, lenses out, and you feel the shift. The world is watching now. Because tourism doesn't just bring money, it brings a spotlight. And next, we ask what that spotlight changes first. Mexico City has two stories at once, the one you film and the one people live when the cameras are gone. In neighborhoods like Roma and Condesa, mornings feel gentle. Cafes open, dogs trot by, and the vibe looks effortless. You'll see laptops everywhere. Remote work makes travel feel lighter, but it can also make a city feel priced out. Inside the same cafe, you'll hear different realities. A visitor planning tomorrow, a local calculating rent, both sharing one room. Housing pressure is complicated. Policies, supply, platforms, global demand, but the feeling is simple. Some doors close forever. On one street, tourists pose for photos while locals rush to work. Nobody is wrong, but the friction is real. And when life becomes content, the lens changes things. What used to be private becomes a backdrop overnight. Here's the uncomfortable question. When everyone records, who is the moment really for? The city or the viewer at home? Back near the arena, vendors set up carefully. This isn't a side quest, it's how families pay bills night after night. Coins counted, inventory tracked, eyes up, because every sale matters when your business lives on a sidewalk.
Hello, welcome.
One small gesture helps. Ask permission before filming. A nod turns you from a taker into a guest. Some places set simple rules, no flash, no filming, because respect keeps the ritual alive for everyone. Inside, the phone screens rise like a second crowd, bright and hungry, trying to capture what can't be held. But watch the fan who doesn't film. Hands clasped, eyes locked. Some people came to feel, not to post. That's the split. Moment versus memory. One is lived in your body, the other is saved on a phone. Tourism also changes what gets sold. Cheap plastic masks stack high, fast and loud, built for quick photos. Then you notice the handmade one, stitched slowly, cared for gently. Craft that survives because someone still values it. And the street workers keep moving. Vendors sweating over grills, serving fast, smiling through smoke and exhaustion. Tip fairly, say thanks, learn a name. Tiny choices matter when your fun night is someone's long shift. Some nights feel like a wave. Tour groups passing, vendors adapting, because the city never stops negotiating space. Then there's the quiet cost, a residential corner, an empty bench, the kind of calm you don't see in highlight reels. In recent years, Mexico City has debated gentrification loudly, people organizing, marching, arguing over who the city is for. And that debate isn't abstract, it's human. Someone looking out a window, wondering what changes next. So yes, Lucha Libre goes viral, but the spotlight doesn't only hit the ring, it hits the neighborhood too. Fans leave laughing, but a vendor packs up slowly. Tourism creates energy, and it also creates strain. Here's the rule I try to follow. Lower the camera, ask first, buy local, and move through the city like a guest. Because when you respect a place, it opens deeper doors, stories you can't unlock with a selfie. And when the arena glows behind you, you realize it's all connected. Masks, money, neighborhoods, and attention. So here's the question the night leaves you with. When you travel, what do you give back, besides a view count?
So what did you really come for? The flips, the noise, the photos, or the feeling of a city believing together? When a fan holds a mask like a memory, you see it. This isn't just entertainment, it's identity you carry home. Families file out, kids still masked and smiling, like they just visited a story they'll remember for years. Outside, the night air hits, vendors call softly, smoke drifts, Mexico City resets, but the ritual echoes. The arena fades behind you, and the city hum returns, reminding you this place existed before your camera. A vendor wipes down the stand, packing up slowly. The show ends fast, but the work continues quietly. This is where travel becomes real. Tip fairly, say thanks, learn a name, because your moment is someone's shift. And here's the real question. Next time you see a mask, don't ask, is it real? Ask, what does it mean to them? Walking away, you feel the weight of what you bought. Maybe a mask, maybe a lesson about what not to take. Your friends laugh, someone says camera down, and suddenly you're not collecting clips, you're collecting connection. You slip the phone away, not because filming is evil, but because presence is rare and it's worth choosing. A musician plays and people stop. No screens, just listening.
like the city is offering one last honest moment. So here's my takeaway. Travel isn't collecting moments, it's learning what not to take and what to give back. Comment with your take. Would you film the whole night or stay present? What's one rule you follow as a guest? And if this changed how you see tourist favorites, like, subscribe, and join Strange Earth Diaries for the next question. Next episode, we follow another must-do spot and ask who it's changing, first and forever.